Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our Omnifactory playthrough. Last episode we went ahead and crafted up the tier 5 miner, but before we can send that out we're either going to need stabilized uranium or stabilized plutonium to send it up there with the miner. And a lot of the stuff with the stabilized uranium, not really all that exciting, to be honest. We may need some of this stuff, but I mean, we do get more uranium from that, so that, you know, you get more than you use to get it. But palladium we don't really need at the moment. Monazite don't really need. Boron, I mean, maybe boron. Just kidding, we already have 649. I've got that from like processing all the, I think lepidite. I can't remember where we got that from. So I'm thinking plutonium is what we're gonna need, because we do need Naquadah. Naquadah? How do you say it? I can never remember the correct way of saying it. I say Naquadah, but I don't think that's right. But yeah, so we'll need stabilized plutonium. And now I believe we get that. Okay, that's not how we're doing it. We're not doing a fusion reactor. I think you get it from 235 LEU 235 fuel, if I'm correct. So we're going to craft this fuel up, throw it in a fusion reactor. We'll get the depleted 235 fuel, and then we will put that in a centrifuge, and we will get some plutonium. I think this will, yeah. So that goes down into plutonium, and the plutonium is what we get destabilized. Oh, you actually get 2 per. I didn't realize it was 1 to 2. All right, so basically we want 235 fuel. So we need uranium 238, which we've actually been getting in the thermal centrifuge. So that is the main way to do that. So uranium 238, I can't remember. All right, so we have a bunch here. Let's just send this all in. I was using the other one to get, you needed it for the ultimate catalyst, but we don't need that right now. I am sending oil sand through here. I do have, that's right, I have this turned off because it was draining quite a bit of power. So I'm actually going to just manually do that at the moment. So that will process this uranium 238 dust, and that'll get us tiny clumps and that. So we need, I think you need 9 of these. This is 100%, right? Yeah. So we're gonna need, yeah, 9 of that. Or we can do, if you do a bigger one, you get more out of this. Yeah, it burns, it's 4 times actually. And we get, I'm just curious if we get more. All right, so that goes to that. I'm just trying to figure out which one would be better. And does that also goes to that? All right, so what do we get from this? I feel like, oh, here they are. So 241. You actually get a different plutonium, but this is 16. Like, both of these can be melted down into the plutonium. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters which. Yeah, it doesn't look like it matters which one. So, oh yeah, here's all the. All right, so they all kind of melt down into that. So basically, whatever one we get the most out of, I guess, would be. All right, so that's different. That's, yeah, that's not that one. Yeah, there's so many different fuels. All right. So 28 or 16. But this requires so much more. I think we'll probably just do this one, I think. All right. So we'll let that go. I'll just keep throwing it in there. There is that. That. Thankfully there is no like radiation. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to get like debuffs or anything, but all right, so there's that. And then I guess, should I make a recipe? I don't know how much of this we're going to use. Is it LEU? Yes. But yeah, I guess so. Why not? We have tons of. Oh, I left that open for the interior one. All right, so yeah, LEU. We'll just craft like one of them up for now. So there is that. So we need to throw it in a nuclear reactor. Now, it takes 6 minutes to process. And it requires base heat gen is just 50. So this is a very easy kind of fuel to work with. So let's get, we have a fission controller. We need a reactor cell, which is tough alloy, reinforced glass. Didn't we get reinforced glass already? Yeah, we did, because it is on the thing. I'm gonna go and let's do, I'm just trying to think in my head, like, what size reactor do we want? And I'm thinking maybe do 4 cells with 5 kind of cooling things is what I'm kind of thinking. Do that. Yeah, so let's take a look at the coolers. And if we remember, I mean, these all, Lapis is like, Lapis is an easy one to work with, just because each of the coolers have a different kind of condition. Like this liquid helium cooler needs to be adjacent to 1 redstone cooler, at least 1 reactor casing. Deuterium must be adjacent to exactly 3 reactor casings at exactly 1 vertex. I think that's the corners, if I am correct with that. Cryothium cooler, that's actually, must be adjacent to 2 reactors. So that's actually, if we do, like if this is the outside of the reactor, do you have any other, I don't need to get into it, but actually let's, because I think this is what we're gonna do. If I'm thinking, what if we do 5? We do 5 uranium cells, and we put these cryothium coolers, must be adjacent to at least 2 reactors. So each one of these is going to be, if we put the 4 coolers right there, that'll be adjacent to 2 each. I think that does seem to be, easy. I'm curious, active, yeah. Molten quartz. We use molten quartz in our Project Ozone 3 world, and it is like way buffed in that. So as we can see, if we do active cooling, each of them have different cooling, but I don't think we quite need, for this fuel, we don't need 5,000 heat protect. We're just going to be generating if we look at it, 50 heat protect. So, I mean, I just did 4 cryothium things. I mean, that's plenty. If we need to, you know, increase the thing here, we can always do that. So we need empty coolers. I'll clean that up in a bit. I am actually just gonna, I think we're just gonna do some recipes for this, just because I have a feeling we'll do some more. We could, I don't know if we're gonna do a huge setup. I don't know. I mean, it's a good power source for sure. All right, we actually need 1 more, I decided. Why don't we, let's do, make a recipe for that as well. Let's make this easy on us. So reactor casing, fission controller. Now we need a port. Let's craft that up as well. That's easy enough. All right, so there is that. That'll be 5 reactors. And then we need There is a port. We have the controller. I don't know how many of the casings we're going to need, so let me finish this up. We need empty cooler. We'll do 4 of those, and then I guess we'll fill it with the Cryothium. That seems to be, with the way that I'm planning on building this, it seems to be good. I wonder if, is there molten Cryothium? Yeah. So even if we change it to an active cooler, I mean, look at that, 6,400. But yeah, we don't need that anywhere near that at this point. All right. So there is that. You put this in a fluid canning machine. Now you do need 1,000, which is a very awkward amount. No, it's actually not. So 4,000. We need 16 Cryothium. We need to melt that down. And the only reason I'm thinking of doing Cryothium is because this is all automated, so why not? Fluid canning. We do have fluid canning, don't we? I mean, need to craft this up. I feel like I had a fluid canner somewhere, but maybe it was just a regular. It may have just been a regular canning machine. All right. Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever crafted a fluid canning. Let me get this crafted up, and we will melt this down. I'll get some more fuel, and yeah, we'll come back. All right, we are back, and I'm actually just I wanted to do the quest, and I forgot to hold the platings, so I'm just kind of working on that. But I went ahead and just crafted up a fluid canner. Really easy, just a pump, 1 circuit. I'm just going to throw it over here. I have an empty kind of cable, so there we go. And basically we just do this, I think, and is that not? I thought that's what. Nope, wrong thing. Cooler. There we go. Put the wrong thing in there. So yeah, there we go. There is the Cryothium cooler. Now there's tons of different ways you can do this. This is just kind of what I've kind of come up with on the fly. All right, so there is basic plating, advanced plating. It helps having this stuff all in there. Unfortunately, this stuff takes a little while. I would like to upgrade the things to use LUV, but I think that's kind of pushing our power gen at the moment. Yeah, we will hook this up to our power, I think, but I feel like a lot of this stuff might just get voided. The power might be wasted. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so that is done. Let's just get that and then see what else. Got that. Yep, we got all that. And we should get it for the fission controller. We are holding it, right? Oh, hello. All right, so this has you built a decently sized one. Man. I want to build, I wasn't planning on building something this big. And this is a pretty serious size reactor. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm kind of just coming up with my own thing here. Maybe, I don't know. But it kind of like, it runs you through like the different fuels and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that. I do want to kind of just get this going though. So I think we're just going to set this up at the moment, and we're going to need definitely more than these. So I need at least 9, 18, so 9 for the bottom, 9 for the top, so that's 18 minus 2, so 16, and then I need like 3, 3, 3, and 3. So what did I say? Like about 28. We have 20. We have 6 there, so let's do 22, I guess. That is going to take a little while. That's actually going to take a long while because of all the tungsten. Man, that is a lot of tungsten for this. 54 casings? Holy cow, is that a lot of tungsten. Because we just did 22 and that required 50 something. All right, well that's that's a big. All right, let me. I guess we could start. Well, actually, oops, I think I'm missing. Are we missing the energy buffer? We're missing like. We're missing something to get the power out, aren't we? Or is it the port? I can't remember. No, you can do that way. All right. So I'm thinking kind of like over here, maybe. I think I'm going to put it in the floor. Man, I really need to go around and just clean this all up and get some nice flooring instead of like coal ore and stuff. So basically what I'm thinking is like, we'll do that. And then we'll place like that. But obviously we need to get the rest of these casings. So why don't I wait for that? It's going to take a little while to get everything smelted. But I think this is kind of where we're going to do it, and then I will. I'm just trying to think. I guess put the vision controller like there, and where would we get the power out? I think that's what we'll do. And then basically cover everything else up with the casings. So yeah, let me get this all smelted up and we will come back and we will check out how much power this little random setup I just came up with on the fly. Okay, that actually only took like maybe like a minute after I stopped recording. It like finished right away. I think those were smelting faster than I realized. So yeah, we'll do that, and then let's just cover it up. Basically, you just need to cover all of the inner bits. You don't need it on the corners. There we go, that should be formed. Yep, 3x1x3 fusion reactor, 5 cells, 640 heat. Negative 640 heat per tick. So that's with the coolers in there. Now I do want more things. Now this says 5 cells. It doesn't actually use 5 things of the fuel. It just burns it faster. The more cells you have, the faster it burns. But it still only consumes 1 at a time. So the more cells you have, the faster you go through the fuel, obviously. It just doesn't consume them all at once. So there is all that. Actually, that was the last one right there, I think. Yeah, it just finished right when I pulled it up. Let's just throw this in here. Oops. And I don't know. I have no idea how much we're gonna actually need. So we need, if we want to launch the tier 5 reactor, we need 32 of these. You get 2 per. So I need 16 ingots. Now this is 1 ingot. This is obviously part of an ingot. So what do we need? We need 9 times 16. Oh, we got math going on again. There's so much math lately. Yeah, 9 times 16 is what, like 120, no, 144. All right. Yeah, 144. You need 144 tiny ones. That's kind of what I was trying to figure out. And what is the fuel this gives us? Ooh, we are after going to burn quite a bit. Okay, let's just get this going. Let's get this going and produce some plutonium. So let's just, I have no idea how much we have in there. Oh, I forgot to put it together. All right, there we go. So we have enough for 19 of those. I don't know if we have enough of that though. Let's try. We have enough? All right, we do. All right, so it does seem like you get, how much uranium do you have? It seems like you get enough, the other uranium to craft up as much as you get. All right, so 20. All right, that's good. 20 will give us... Actually, 20 will give us a decent amount. 160 of both. All right, well, that's funny, I guess. Not... I don't know. We'll see. All right, why am I running over here? Not the thermal centrifuge. We need to put it in the reactor. Oh, I need a lever before we turn it on. Pretty sure it needs a redstone signal to turn on. So I guess let's do this. Now, reactors do burn down, or they can melt down. They don't explode, but they just like melt and everything, like all the fluid, like hot fluid leaks out. I have done it before, but it's been a while. So basically you put it in there, it consumes the 1, and it tells us we still have negative 390 heat. We're gonna get 600 RF per tick from it, and turn it on, and there we go. So there is the power, creating power for us, 600 RF per tick, and we can see the burn time there. So what about 75 seconds? And if we look at the tooltip, it says 6 minutes. So we have brought it down by quite a bit. It's probably divided by 5 would be, is that what it does? 6 minutes divided by 5. We don't have any moderator blocks, which is, will be graphite box. And this it causes the reactors to give you more power, but it causes more heat. All right, well, we're getting power. 600 RF per tick really isn't a whole heck of a lot, though. Why don't we connect it just to, I mean, is it even really worth it when 1 diamond produces 12,000 RF per tick? I don't know. We'll just, I mean, that's not even really, yeah, whatever. It did drain it out. I think it's probably filling the, no? I actually don't know what it's filling. Is it filling something? It's filling something. I don't know. It went somewhere. It got pulled out. So, all right. Well, we're producing 600 RF per tick. And yeah, there is the depleted LEU-235 fuel. So basically, we will go ahead and throw that in the centrifuge, and we will get our plutonium that we need. Now it doesn't go in the thermal centrifuge. It just goes in a regular centrifuge. Do I have just I have a regular centrifuge somewhere. Where it is, I can tell you. I think it's over here. No, I upgraded it. That's right, I upgraded it for something. Here it is, molecular cyclone. Yeah, so basically put it in there, and ta-da, we got our plutonium. I think, yeah, we'll just burn the fuel, I think, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if we want to, do we want to upgrade our, it would be like LEP, I think, isn't it? Plutonium. I mean, is there any, I mean, do we really want to, I don't know. I don't think we're going to worry about that right this second. That's if we want to kind of progress through the fuels, and I don't know if we need to at the moment. Basically just want the plutonium so we can send this rocket into space. Fluid extractor, where would be, I was trying to think. Yes, fluid solidifier there. I may need to, I should just, we're gonna need stabilized plutonium. Is this gonna be something we're gonna need in large quantities? Alright, this is definitely something we're probably gonna need again. Tier 6. It goes in those motes of omnium. Alright, so I think I should probably just go ahead and craft up a fluid extractor and a fluid solidifier combo. I guess we should do like over here, like I have. Well, that's not the extractor, but you know what I mean. So fluid extractor, advanced fluid solidifier, kind of do something similar to this. All right, so let me do that and we'll come back. All right, we are back, and I've just gone ahead and kind of threw them over here. And it's just getting a little kind of, I'm growing so organically, it's just kind of, wherever I can, I just kind of throw stuff. And I was debating whether to do like an export bus, but I think I actually will. I think that will be easiest. Why not? I mean, it's all auto crafting stuff, so it's clicking like one button. So let's, and there's no channels, so you don't have to worry about channels. So there we go. Who knows if we need it? But all right, so there, fluid extractor, fluid solidifier with a mold, which by the way has no like assembly recipe. You have to do this by hand because these don't work in an auto crafting. I tried to do a recipe for that, but it won't work with the tools. Just thought I'd point that out. But yeah, there we go. And there is the capacity card. So we're getting 241 and 239. And I think we'll just melt this all down. We can easily get more uranium. That is not an issue. Let me down here. And is this it's still burning? All right, so we got 13. I think this is filling. I think the power is going into this one because we're running the IV machine. So I'm assuming the power from this is going into there. That's my guess, but I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, it's not in there. It's not in the buffer, so it's being pulled out. So I'm assuming it's going to that one. And then it's just 600 less is being used here, but yeah. Centrifuge. I don't have this set up. Do I have if I had an export, I do have an export bus on this. I don't know. Do I really need to? I don't know if we're... I guess I could throw a capacity card on there and do that. I mean, I don't know how automated this needs to be, but like I said, it's just clicking a button and everything just crafts up, so might as well just do it. There's no reason not to. Waiting for the things to craft up. There we go. So capacity. Throw that on there. Throw that in there. I'll just throw that in there. Well, yeah. Okay, it's gonna work. I don't know. That's just auto. Yeah, that's exporting to back. So there we go. There is that, and then I think that is going. Is that going in here? Yes. There we go. So that is exporting all the plutonium that it's getting into there, and that should, yep, there it goes. Craft that up. So let's just manually throw those in there. And there is the stabilized plutonium. So I'm pretty sure we have enough. But I've been really bad with math. So yeah, there's 6. I don't know how much more plutonium we have in there, but I think we had 20 of those, and you get 16 of them, 16 plutonium tiny piles per thing. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like we have enough to get 32. And I also did there's a storage bus on the back of that, so we can, we'll get the, that. Although I could just do, yeah, we'll just do it there. I think I'm going to keep all that stuff in the solidifiers. I was looking at the modes of Omnium, and there's quite a few. Like hydrogen needs to go in one, and helium needs to go in one. So I think I'm gonna basically, I think I'm gonna do it like this. So we'll have it full of the fluid and the stabilized stuff, and then we'll just do a storage bus on the back. I don't know if we need like millions of these. That will be okay up to 64, but if we need recipes that use more than 64, we'll have a problem. So I don't know. We'll see, but we'll get into that in a bit. Wow, that's actually going... Well, that went decently fast. It does speed up. It doesn't. It's not full first, but all right. So there is our stabilized plutonium that we got, and yeah, I guess let's send this out. We do need those whatever they're called, quantum flux. Oops, 16. Easy enough. Although that is not the fastest of recipes. And if I am doing tungsten at the same time, it does not work. Like if I'm doing, sometimes I craft 1,000 endstone, process in the tungstate, and sometimes this is the only thing I have it hooked up to, so I should probably speed this up. But I don't usually like upgrading machines to the next tier. I usually like jumping at least 1 or 2 tiers. So like this is the lathe we're using. We're using EV, and I'm kind of debating whether crafting up the LUV lathe. The name of it. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. So that's jumping up 2 tiers. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, because some of those lathe recipes are really, really slow. So I kind of want that. But all right, let me come back in a second and we will send this thing. I know it's not space. I say it's space, but yeah, we'll send it into space. All right, there is the quantum flux. So let's go ahead and do this now. This needs 30,000. Yeah, 30,000. I know it's forge energy, but I keep calling it RF. It's just a habit. And we should be getting enough. So there we go. All right, working. And there we go. So we're gonna get Naquadah. And that is that. So yeah, Naquadah will let us, one, upgrade our reactor. We need to upgrade the reactor to get zirconium and superconductor wires and Enderium. I think Enderium, doesn't Enderium require... Yes, Enderium requires Naquadah coils. They are, yeah, 5,400, 7,200. So that's kind of like the next tier. I just noticed there's 9,001 and fusion coil box is 9,700. Interesting. Are these actually cheaper? No, that requires a conducting coil. That's actually kind of nice that it actually uses the superconducting coil blocks. Like you can upgrade. Like these, I just end up breaking down the thing, and then I just have 16 coils in a chest that never ever get used ever again. All right, is that done? That is. All right. So is it done? Yes. All right. So there is Naquadah. It requires. Wait, you can just smelt it. That's a thing. It doesn't even require a. Doesn't require a thing. That's surprising. What? Is that supposed to be like not? That's. You could. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I guess I'll turn 2 stacks into wires and upgrade our thing right away. So I don't see. Yeah, unlike most materials at this point, it can be smelted in a standard furnace. It can even be alloyed and enriched to various forms and an eventual source of neutronium. Is that neutronium? That's the intended way to get neutronium? Fusion reactor? That's a rough recipe. Yeah, I don't think there's any other way. Oh, there is the neutronium ingots, but oh, you need xenon. Get the nuggets. All right, so that's a thing I didn't realize, but all right, but that's getting ahead. But all right, well, I didn't know that could be smelted up in a regular furnace. I didn't realize that was a thing. So all right, pretty decent progress. So next episode, I guess we'll come back and upgrade our reactor, and I guess we'll start working towards the there's a tier 6 one. Yeah, that needs Enderium, but we got a lot of this. All this stuff is basically automated. Generators aren't in the resonant thrusters. Do these? That requires numismatic dynamos, but this is all automated, except for the Enderium. Oof, the Enderium. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.